Um, a recent magazine article argued that most companies that do not already own video conferencing equipment would be wasting their money if they purchased it. However, this is clearly not true. In a recent survey of businesses that have purchased such equipment, most of the respondents stated that the video conferencing equipment was well worth its cost. The conclusion is that this is clearly not true.
Yep.
So this is kind of trend. They're referring to companies wasting their money on video conferencing equipment. The reasoning is flawed. So I was something based on what I'm reading.
What question type is this?
It's a flaw.
Yep. So why does this support not guarantee this conclusion? So what are we trying to say is not true?
That it's not a waste of money to buy the video conferencing equipment.
True.
For people who don't already have it.
Excellent. So we're trying to say, hey, it's not true that most companies that don't own video conferencing equipment would be wasting their money if they purchased it. We're saying this is not true. And our reasoning is because we asked people that have purchased the equipment, and most of them said that it was well worth the cost. So why
Right.
does this support not guarantee this conclusion?
So we don't know if these companies already had equipment before.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and start with what, and then for our answer choices, what are the two questions we want to ask ourselves?
Did it happen and is it a problem?
Yep. Perfect.
So A concludes that something is worth its cost merely on the grounds that many businesses purchased it. That does not happen. So no. B takes a condition sufficient to justify purchasing costly equipment to be necessary in order for the cost of the purchase to be justified. I chose this one times.
So what is the condition that's sufficient to justify purchasing it?
I don't even know. There isn't one. A condition sufficient to just so I guess I was thinking like I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose that one. Condition sufficient to be necessary.
So we're assuming something that would be sufficient to buy it as something that is needed to buy it. I don't think we have a condition to fill in there.
No.
All right, go on to C.
C rejects a position merely on the grounds that an inadequate argument has been given for it. That does not happen.
Yeah, because we don't say that, we don't say that their reasoning is wrong, therefore you shouldn't. Correct. Excellent.
D relies on a sample that is reasonable to suppose is unrepresentative of the group about which it draws its conclusion. Yeah, that's the answer. That's exactly what we said.
Excellent. And then why is E wrong?
Confuses the cost with its value to the purchaser. Confuses cost of an item with its value to the purchaser. I don't think they're comparing cost and I don't think they're I mean, they are comparing cost and value. They're saying
Yeah,
they'll be wasting
say
money.
that. Correct. We don't say that. Our issue is that we say that our reasoning is that this survey proves this. Like that is our reasoning, that this survey is enough to prove this conclusion. So our issue is with the survey, where E says confuses the cost of an item with its value. Like we don't really do that. And two, like we're saying it's well worth the cost, but we're not saying like because it's well worth the cost, they're wrong.
Right.
Our
That's
thing
not
is
what they're using. Yeah.
our support is the survey. Like where's the information
Yeah.
coming from?
Okay.
Why E is wrong, and that's why the answer is D. Because it's relying on a survey that is unrepresentative. This is definitely a bias.